Hello everyone, welcome to Introducing China in English. In this unit, we'll talk about the precious treasure of Chinese nation, Chinese painting. The objectives of this unit are to acquaint you with important historical periods of Chinese painting, to discuss with you the characteristics of Chinese painting, and to develop your critical thinking skills in appreciating Chinese paintings. In this unit, there will be 3 sessions. You're going to learn some knowledge about the historical development and the characteristics of Chinese painting, and you are getting to know some influential painters and their masterpieces. Now, let's start from the first session, historical development of Chinese painting. We're going to have a look at paintings in different dynasties, from Neolithic age to the People's Republic of China. We will focus on 7 particular periods of times. Firstly, the Neolithic age and the color pottery paintings. The Yellow River is the cradle of Chinese civilization. On the fertile land along this mother river, tribes and civilizations started to emerge. The earliest paintings were found on pottery pieces. Among those early civilizations, Yangshao civilization and the Daoism civilization in the late period of Neolithic age were the most influential. Collectively, they are called color pottery civilizations, and the many pottery pieces unearthed from the sites concerned had remarkable colorful paintings and patterns, including human figures, fishes and insects, birds and animals, flowers and plants, and abstract patterns. The second historical period of Chinese painting is the Qing and Han dynasties. Qing witnessed the early stage of the united multi-ethnic China. The emperors promoted constructing palaces and temples on a large scale, where there were many paintings. Besides, a lavish funeral became a custom in the Han dynasty, and the tomb mural became a rather popular painting style at the time. During the Qing dynasty and Han dynasty, the art of painting were mainly divided into palace mural, temple mural, tube mural, silk painting, stone relief, and brick relief. Next, let's move on to the third period, the 3 Kingdoms period, the Jin dynasties, and the northern and the southern dynasties. There were 2 major factors influencing the development of painting. One was the gradual spread of Buddhism. The other was the rise of an active intellectual class. It was a time when many scholars established their place in the cultural history of China. Figure painting was in its full development, and it was more prominent than the other kinds of paintings. Gu Kaizhi, in the East Jin dynasty, a painter and a theorist in painting, was known for his masterpieces, Ode to the Goddess of River Law. His original works failed to survive, and his paintings today are mainly replicas of the original paintings in the Tang or Song dynasty. The 4th period is the Sui dynasty, Tang dynasty, and the 5 dynasties. There were 2 most important achievements in the history of Chinese painting. One was that figure painting reached its prime in the Tang dynasty, and the landscape painting and flower and bird painting became mature as well. The other was the mural developed remarkably in the Tang dynasty. Dunhuang murals of the Tang dynasty were rich in content and brilliant in form. They also realistically reflected people's desire and pursuit for happiness. The next is the Song dynasty. It is the most wonderful period in the history of Chinese painting, when the painting achieved a breakthrough. Landscape painting became the most prominent genre. Along the river during the Qiming festival, Bai Zhang Zeduan in the northern Song dynasty was a representative of the combination of detailed brushwork and freehand brushwork. In the beginning of the Northern Song dynasty, the Imperial Painting Academy was set up, and later, Emperor Huizong widely promoted painting and even involved painting in the imperial examination. There also appeared a very significant painting style, literati painting. The literati painting is the ideal form of Chinese scholar painters who were more interested in personal erudition and expression than in literal representation of an immediately attractive surface beauty. It had a great impact on the later development of Chinese painting. And from this period, the painters began to write poems on their paintings and integrated poetry, calligraphy, and painting together. The sixth is the Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties. In those dynasties, the literati painting was the mainstream art, and landscape painting in freehand brushwork came into fashion. Huang Gongwang, Wu Zhen, Ni Zan, and Wang Meng were known as four masters of the Yuan dynasty. They took painting as a tool to illustrate the individual tastes and ideals. What's more, in the late Ming dynasty, Zhu Da, together with Shi Tao, Kun Can, and Hong Ren, were the four monks in the Ming dynasty who were creative in painting. In the Qing dynasty, the most famous paintings were the 8 eccentrics of Yangzhou, including Zheng Banqiao, Jin Nong, Li Shan, etc. Actually, the term 8 eccentrics does not simply refer to 8 individuals, but a group of painters who had strong personal characters, adopted grotesque styles, and stressed the expression of their thoughts. Their paintings were mainly flower and bird paintings. Meanwhile, in the Qing dynasty, the imperial painting also came into fashion. Some foreign painters worked as imperial painters in the court and blended Chinese and Western painting techniques. Among those painters, Lang Shiling was very famous for his 100 horses. Finally, the modern Chinese painting from 1840 to now should be taken into consideration. In the 1920s, famous painters represented by Qipao Shi kept elegant and freehand style of traditional Chinese painting. In the 1930s and 1940s, Xu Beihong diversified the Chinese painting to an unprecedented extent with other painters. In the 1950s, the painting had Chinese revolutionary history among its main themes. From the 1970s, Western culture has been gradually introduced to China. Many Chinese painters have integrated Western painting techniques into traditional Chinese painting and created many great works with varied styles. Up to now, you have learned about the historical development of the Chinese painting. You may have a better understanding of the whole picture of Chinese painting. Then, how about the unique characteristics of Chinese painting compared to Western painting? We will learn it in the next session. See you soon.